All right, so we got the planter ready to go. Just gotta spin it and head down the road. These are the furrow jets actually on the planter. That's going to be things very nice and very convenient. So that was what we added. They have their own depth control right there. And then you have your depth, obviously, for your seed. So I got everything good to go with the planter. Gonna head out and get started planting. Pretty excited. Plant 2024 is about to start. All right, guys, so we are almost ready to plant. Got a bunch of seed there. We got 8 varieties we're gonna do a plot with, and then 10 or 12 bags of another couple other varieties. And we got our fertilizer trailer set up. This is 315-19-3. These are our micros and our adjuvants, which next year that's all gonna be in bulk. And this is our 28. So, got manganese, zinc, boron, copper, calcium, sugar, and then this is our nitrogen stabilizer. So we are ready to go. Got a pump for each system. Tried to set this up quite a bit better than last year. Put a lot of, money and time into it. So kind of an interesting setup. We wanted to be able to fill with these pumps because we didn't want to have 4 pumps. We only wanted to buy 2 because they're $500 a piece. So we threw this T in and this valve, and now we can hook onto this with our tank and fill backwards kind of the same way. So the line that we'll be filling our planter will stick in the top of the tote, and that will fill our tote when we're pumping from our bulk storage tanks. And then when we're pumping from the tote, we'll turn the valve on the tote and stick this onto the planter. So hopefully that made well enough sense. Anyways, essentially we'll be able to use this pump to fill the tote at the bulk storage and then fill the planter at the field. So it's gonna be pretty cool and hopefully works pretty good. We got everything valved off. There's 4 valves just here on the trailer, but it's gonna make things really nice and really easy. So pretty excited about that. All right, we're gonna hook up and get headed out. All right, guys, well, we are finally planting. We just got the planter loaded up with some seed, and you might say, what's that blue stuff? Well, we are running Amplify D today. This is a seed emergence aid. It's supposed to help the corn seedling get started and get going with a real good vigor and help it get out of the ground faster. So we are running this as a seed emergence aid on our Pioneer corn, and we got some Synergy corn down on the other end. So pretty excited to see how this works. This is actually my first time using it, but from what I hear, I'm going to be very happy. So running some Amplify D today. And my dad is mixing it in with a little auger because you need to make sure that this stuff is touching every seed. So we got a little auger on our drill, and we are mixing it around to make sure that every seed is touching it. So it's hard to tell, but it's everywhere. So gonna go plant it and see how it does. We're planting corn. It is pretty late at this point. I had to improvise a little bit. Tractor light has lights, but they're not great, so we added one there and we added one up there. That helps out a little bit so I can see okay. Oh, and there's also one I have mounted on the back of the tractor. And there's a couple of lights on the tractor too, but they're just not super bright. And them Milwaukee lights are really bright. No tilling some more corn. I think I'm right around 100 acres as of right now. So putting down all the different colors. Hard to see right now. No, it's actually mainly clear right now because we don't have copper in it. We just have manganese, zinc, and syntose or sugar. So it's actually not colored that bad right now. But anyways, it's about 12 o'clock. I think I probably have another hour, hour and a half. Maybe 2 hours, I don't know. And then we'll be done. We're gonna get after it so we can get home and get to bed. Because I have to get up early to go do a few things and then get back to plant. All right, I'm gonna start. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. Get back on the tractor. Well, we are pulling in for the night. Finally done, and I'm very glad for it. Sorry, for at least the night and not altogether. I don't even know why I said it like that. Anyway, at this point, I got just over 100 acres of corn planted, which I feel like is pretty good. 2 days, and that's, let's see, that's over half my corn I'm gonna have, and then I'm gonna have about 250 acres of beans, 180 to 200 acres of corn, something like that. So, yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to bed, and that is why it is very, very late. Or wait a minute, actually, I'd probably at this point say it's very, very early. And unfortunately, my alarm clock is set for, it's not set yet. It's gonna be set for 6 o'clock. So I gotta get a shower and get to bed. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I remember the video. Jace is tilling some ground, aren't you, bud? I gotta help him every now and then. Yes, ripping some ground. Yeah, sometimes. Jace is doing pretty good though, considering. Yes. Tilling up 25 acres. Yes, Daddy starts to help you a little. Just a little bit. You're doing pretty good though. Good job, bud. Got Jason Jackson me tonight. Now Jackson's doing a little driving. You gotta turn this way, bud. There you go. Doing all right though. Yeah, Daddy's gotta help you a little bit. That's okay. You're pretty young. You having fun, Jax? Yeah, driving a big tractor, the big versatile. Yeah. Chase had us do a center pass. That's okay. Chase, how old are you? 5. 5 years old. Running the disc, disking some ground. Daddy's not even helping. And then the versatile. Yeah, don't miss it. Get over a little bit. There you go. And to prove it, he's going to make this corner up here too, aren't you, Jace? Yes, I'm going to go that way to get those. Okay. Hold on, hold on. You're going to prove to us, aren't you, bud? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Not put us in the woods. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. 5 years old. Not too shabby. It's a little rutted up this field there. 5 years old. Not too shabby for a 5-year-old. Not too shabby. Well, guys, we are up here checking out one of the fields we planted. We just planted this in the last couple of days. This whole front piece we had to till. For some reason, this whole front piece is really, really wet. I don't know why. And then the piece in the back, we no-till that. So there's like probably 32, 33 acres right here. Had to till all this, no till the back. Let's check it out. I put drag chains on my planter this year, and I'm very glad I did. Those work really good. So I have spike closing wheels on my planter. Well, they leave all these, holes like that, and it just, I don't like the way it's flat. I feel like it can let a plant come through the ground quicker than another one because maybe it's lower at that point. So the drag chains I'm really happy with. Let's see if we can find a seed. I think I'm digging in the right area. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta back this out. Let's see. Oh, yep, right there. So there's our little pioneer seedling. Probably 2 1/4 or so inches deep. And then there should be another one. Let's see if we can find one this way. Oh, that's why there wasn't one there, because there's a double there. That's no good, but that don't happen very often. Push this back closed. There should be. Well. Oh, there it is. I was digging too far. There it is right there. So we got a double right there, unfortunately, but then there's our next one. Let's see if we can find one more. Oh, there it is. I popped it out. That is a little bit more of a spacing than I want, but I also may have pushed it some. Probably it's about right there. So, probably, that's probably a 7-inch spacing there. But that's, this is a, that's a Bex seed. I did some Bex trials, and so I put the rest of the Bex with my Pioneer. Anyway, so that's what we got going on. This is pretty nice, sandy, gravelly ground. Let's see right here. So this is very nice compared to our clay. Our clay is nice to have at times as well, but it is really nice having some sand and some gravel, and at the very least some variability. So it's kind of nice to have some sandy or gravelly ground. It's kind of nice to have some clay ground. So one advantage to sand and gravel when it's wet is the water runs through the soil much better, and you don't have problems with it being too wet. The problem with clay is it holds the water, so if you get a lot of water, you can easily rot the seed. The issue with sand and gravel, though, is if you don't get rain, it does not hold the moisture well. You can dry out really, really fast. So it's kind of nice to have both for different, for different times, whether you're having wet weather, whether you're having dry weather. So figured it was cool to check out one of the fields we did recently, and we've got I've got 120 acres planted for me, and then I plant my neighbor's corn, and I got 25 acres of corn planted for him. So I still have probably 160, 170 acres of corn to plant between him, me, and then also I planted a few acres for my dad. So it's gonna rain today. We're gonna get a little bit of a break, but not really, because we got to work on a bunch of equipment, get everything ready for the next go around. So we're gonna get after it. All right, so we just finished up planting a 9-acre field of corn. We got a 25-acre field across the road we're gonna go do. And running the old 1206. It's actually doing pretty good. Had to put some weight on the front now, but we're gonna keep planting. Like I said, got 25 acres across the road. right, so I welded the disc back together for about the fourth time, I don't know. This time I plated it with a much heavier steel. So I'm hoping this will hold up better now. Again, I don't know if it's the way it pulls with the hitch on here that wasn't supposed to be here. I don't know. It was broke before I got it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that, like I said, got a piece of 1/2-inch steel here, piece of half here, and a piece of half here. And I welded the bottom back together as well. Hopefully that holds up. I also welded that all back together and then plated each side with 1/2-inch steel there. So I'm hoping now we won't have a problem with that again. The last time it broke, I had kind of just thrown it back together and scabbed it together for the time being. So now I'm hoping this is a little bit more of a permanent fix. But we shall see. The old disc has been taking an abuse with everything we've been doing, so it's been holding up fairly good considering. Well, they're telling us it's not gonna rain. I don't know if I believe them. We'll see. I mean, it could all go north of us over the lake, but it is not looking too good, that is for sure. The sky looks, well, very angry. But anyways, so we'll see what happens. Finally got the disc put back together, hooked back up, so if we don't get rain, I'm gonna try to go do some fitting. Wow, it looks nasty. All right, guys, well, we are out doing some crop scouting or crop checking, and whatever you want to call it. We're actually gonna be sending in some tissue tests. So here's my little corn plants. The stand's not too bad. This field, I feel like, didn't end up horrible. But we're just checking everything. So you probably had a seed that didn't come up right there. The end rows, probably from driving on them, there's some spots where they didn't come up. Once you get out in there, they're really not too bad. I have some skips, some doubles, not a lot, which I'm a little frustrated. I have that because they're pretty much brand new precision meters, rebuilt precision meters. So anyways, I don't know. And I'm not driving real fast. I tried to keep it under 5 miles an hour this year. Last year I'd gotten up to 5.5, 6, and that gave me some issues. Anyways, overall the stand is not bad, as you can see, even in the background. But yeah, we're gonna be pulling some tissue tests today, taking a look at some things, just checking, seeing, making sure we're not short on anything, and be getting ready to foal your feet. All right, guys, well, we are doing a July update. I've not put a lot up recently. Been just crazy busy. Unfortunately for the acres I'm doing, I really don't have all the equipment I need, and thus it takes a lot longer to do some of the things I do, and in turn takes just a lot more time. So I've been working an insane amount of hours, me and my dad, and yeah, just super tired. But anyways, an insane amount of hours to try to get this, and I am very happy with how it's looking so far. Got corn on both sides of where I'm at right now, and I am very happy with it. I think it looks very good. Again, part of the reason why we put down all the micronutrients, why we put down the very high quality N, P, and K, mainly the P and the K, is to, in my opinion, get what we have here. So nice, deep, dark green foliage, nice, long, very long and wide leaves. Most of these leaves are, nice wide leaves. So most of these leaves are almost as wide as my hand, pretty close. Maybe it'll be easier to see it like that. Anyways, pretty much they're about as wide as my hand, which is fairly wide, and just looking really good. A little bit of this, and this is from the way I applied the nitrogen. I don't have Y drops per se, or a drop per se. And so I made do with what I had, but it was spraying the nitrogen out a little more pressurized than I would like, but it was what I could do. But we got some of this because of that. But I don't think it'll affect the yield any, and I was able to get the nitrogen rate down at the bottom of the plant, right at the roots like we want to do. So I took the trade for a little bit of this for getting it where I want it. Anyways, very happy with how it's looking. Very dark green. Not much intervenal striping. A little bit right there on that leaf per se. But I mean, you know, for the majority of them, they do not have any, which is what you want. You do not want to see, let's see if I can find some distinct well, I guess this is a good problem to have. When I'm trying to find intervenal striping, I can't. Let's see. Oh, there's some down here in these lower leaves, which is, oh, I don't remember. And you can see it better on the back. So there's some intervenal striping right there. Pretty light in total. I mean, that's very, very little, but that is intervenal striping. That means you're lacking or deficient in something. Oh, actually, this is why we have it, because this plant is essentially, I'm going to pull it because it's essentially just a weed. It's no good. It was right next to a nice, big, tall, healthy stalk. But because of that, we're going to use it as an example. So yeah, this is what you would call intervenal striping. And I apologize, guys. I'm trying to get over a cold, which is crazy as it sounds, a cold in July. But I think it's just because I have been running so hard for so long. But anyways, this is intervenal striping. When you have that, that means that this plant is lacking something. And most likely it was lacking something because it was right next to a very, very nice, big, healthy plant that was probably overshadowing this one. So that is probably why we have that. But anyways, and again, you see, it's really easy to be like, oh, that would have maybe made an ear like it was. But if this would have made anything, it would have been just a little tiny nub. And it's just not even worth having it. But anyways, so good example. But yeah, that is intervenal striping, and that means that this plant was lacking something. I'm trying to get them nailed down better. Intervenal striping means that you're lacking either magnesium, manganese, sulfur, and one other thing. And I can't, sulfur, shoot. Anyways, yeah, so manganese and magnesium. Oh, probably it might be zinc. I'll have to look. But anyways, manganese and magnesium are, at least for our area, the two big ones that we would be lacking that would most likely cause intervenal striping. But yeah, so anyways, for the most part though, we are not seeing that, which I'm very, very happy for. The corn is, for the most part, just beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. So I don't know, we'll see. I got quite a few acres that look like this as well. And them top leaves are just dark green, which is what we want to see. So pretty happy with it so far. We, like I said, maybe I don't know if I said in this video or not, but we will be tasseling, and there actually is a few tassels just popping right there right now. So this week it'll most likely be tasseling. And right here on the edge, it doesn't look super tall. This right here is about this tall. This second row is about a foot over my head. But the thing is, I'm standing on a driveway, which is about at least 2 feet, if not 3 feet higher than the field. So as you look in there, it's kind of interesting. The corn goes up, but the ground also goes down. So that corn in there is it's pushing 10 feet tall right now, which I think can only be a good thing, I assume. You know, with farming, I joke, it's like the more I learn I don't know. And so anyways, it's been quite a process trying to learn everything you need to know and do to be able to get excellent yields. We're hoping for 200 plus bushel corn, which for Northeast Ohio is not doable. It is very doable, but it's not easy to do. And so we're hoping that's what we can hit this year. Very happy with the corn, how it's looking. I have probably 80 acres that looks like this out of my 160. I got another 40 or 50 that looks pretty good, just a step under this. I got another 30, I don't know. I got about 15 acres that it looks pretty poor on very poor ground. But most of my corn, for the most part, looks very, very good. So yeah, I am very excited to get into this cornfield this fall and see how it does. I really hope we can get some yield test over 200. We'll just have to wait and see. So I've done everything I can to this corn to make it do that. That is possible for me.
There's a few things that I can't do because I just don't have the equipment, and I just don't have the funds to make it happen yet. But hopefully, if we get some good yields, we'll be able to make that happen in the next year or two. So anyways, here's my corn. 2024, July, I think 12th today. And it is looking mighty nice. Lots of it.